This is Piper Raquel, who went from being the most viral teenager on TikTok to getting dragged into a nightmare involving her manager, who's somehow connected to multiple creators and a record that's way worse than just bad PR. But how does someone with 13 million followers end up working with a guy that's been arrested for possession of some of the most serious stuff online, and yet still manages to keep showing up around creators who are clearly underage?
Just take your pants down, or your underwears down.
So imagine this. You're 17, famous, and have millions of people watching your every move. Your team is carefully curated and everyone's a professional, or at least that's what your fans think. But behind the scenes, there's a 19-year-old guy managing your socials who just got caught with 321 files of something I legally can't even say. His name is Evan Harris, and he's a attracted individual. This man was literally charged in June for first-degree possession of CP. But here's the part that'll fry your brain. He wasn't just managing any random. He worked for Piper Raquel, the girl with 13 million followers on TikTok and 5 million on Instagram. She's arguably the biggest face as a teen on the internet, but her manager was allegedly a monster in disguise.
He did the Capri and Piper's hot tub stream. He invited a lot of people there to watch him record the little kid.
So basically, if you send me what I ask for every other day or every here and there, I'll help you become famous, but I don't send just in case my gets leaked.
Now, if you're wondering how he got that job, join the club. Turns out, Harris had professional ties to Piper, a girl still under 18, and also claimed to manage another teen creator named Capri. He wasn't some sketchy fan in the comments. He was in the house, meeting the parents and staying for business. But his business might have had more layers than an onion in witness protection.
Go in front of me, Okay. Where?
Here, you can kind of see how Evan was basically directing Piper and her boyfriend throughout most of their videos. However, this is bigger than just Piper, because while she was here wilding out on TikTok, she also collabed with a group called the House, which sounds harmless until you realize it's slang for the Bank of OF Girls, run by creators who allegedly rake in $12 to $15 million per month. So yeah, a 17-year-old influencer just teamed up with the House of who literally get paid off of what they don't wear. And her manager had 321 files the FBI doesn't joke about. You literally can't make this stuff up. But here comes the real kicker. One family actually tried to warn everyone. The Wonder family. Specifically, Nishan Wonder, the older brother to 14-year-old YouTuber Nidal, revealed shady stuff about Evan. Nidal had been in the internet space for years thanks to his gymnastics, vlogging, and millions of followers. Most of these followers were obviously young, and guess who showed up at their house? Yup, this guy.
Man, if you want me to help manage your brother, I can get merch going for him. We can do all this, all that. And I'm like, damn, bet. You know what I mean? That's sick. Yeah, pause.
Evan was collaborating with Nidal for 2 weeks. He was practically living in their house, sharing meals and smiling for pictures, but behind closed doors, Nishan says the dude was insane. It started with normal business stuff like ideas, thumbnails, and analytics, then slowly things got downright disturbing.
Evan, as a 13-year-old boy, and he sent me everything. Voice memos, videos, pictures. Dude, this will be the first time I say what I saw on camera because of how they sent me videos they had. You're gonna have to censor the out of this. I saw videos of Evan getting his sucked in a field by a 7-year-old.
Let that number sit in your skull for a minute. There's enough evidence showing that Evan had texted several months asking to see the magic stick.
So basically, if you send me what I ask for every other day or every here and there, I'll help you become famous, but I don't send just in case my gets leaked.
Now, you'd think Piper's mom would have fired Evan the moment red flags started flying. You'd think, surely no mother would let someone like that hang around their daughter. You'd be wrong. Because Tiffany Smith had a rap sheet longer than most Netflix villains. She makes Abby Lee Miller look like Mary Poppins. In 2016, Piper was just and had dropped her first video on YouTube, and her mother was in charge of the camera work and everything else, and thus begins a family business worth millions. Between 2017 and 2019, Tiffany recruited a group of other minors. They were called The Squad, but initially there were no contracts, no pay, just a group of teens pumping out content like it was a sweatshop with ring lights. By 2019, the channel's raking in $625,000 a month, and the are still not getting paid. But it gets worse, because in a live stream from 2017 shows Tiffany allegedly drunk kissing a 16-year-old boy named Regan Beast. The footage was deleted later, but didn't stay deleted because, let's face it, what happens on the internet stays on the internet. The clip showed up again in a Netflix documentary. By 2020, Child Protective Services shows up to their house unannounced because of an anonymous tip. In 2021, two original squad members, Sawyer Charbino and Sophie Fergie, decided to leave, and they claimed that they were allegedly harassed. Soon their channel started tanking after they spoke out. Then in 2022, 11 filed a lawsuit against Tiffany Smith, Tiffany's boyfriend, Evan Harris, and Piper Raquel Incorporated. The charges were very disturbing to say the least. Tiffany responded the only way Hollywood knows how. She files a $30 million countersuit accusing their parents of extortion. Then suddenly she dropped it and paid off a $1.85 million settlement. That's where it got ugly. Former squad member Corinne Joyce says Tiffany mailed used underwear to men who like to smell them. Sophie Fergie says she was while sleeping and that she literally sleeps with a knife now. Another teen says Tiffany tried to legally emancipate her from her parents just so she could stay in the squad. And this is the woman who kept hiring Evan. Tiffany had allegedly reached out to Evan to help manage and grow Piper's social media presence, including arranging collaborations with groups like the Bop House in the first place. So, Evan's been handling Piper for a while now, and her mom knew what he does, and yet she let him work for them anyways.
He also told me that there was like decoys that also had like, they were supposed victims, right, of this evil manager. And then there was videos of him in the woods, and there's multiple videos of him doing that. He set up like a tripod, or he had a cameraman record him like face up against the tree right here, and like,
I guess when your daughter's channel earns 6 figures a month, safety becomes negotiable. But this isn't just about Piper or Evan, it's a pattern. Remember Mr. Beast's team? They literally hired a guy known internally as Delaware who was a registered offender. He wore a mask on camera to hide his identity, worked for the company for years, and they allegedly knew about it but didn't give a damn.
Whoever steps out, if Delaware steps out, you two get $5 grand. Ethan steps.
Then there's Austin Jones, a singer with 500,000 subs who faked modeling opportunities to coerce minors into sending him inappropriate stuff. He's now in prison for 10 years, thank God. Then there's Comey Carson, who was accused of messaging 16-year-olds. These are different faces with the same playbook, and they all relied on one thing: people not asking questions, people being more obsessed with clout than character, people trusting managers even when they shouldn't trust anyone. This whole system is rotten. The content houses, the fake PR apologies, the NDAs, teenagers getting hired like employees and treated like cash cows. We're at the point where a 17-year-old girl can be managed by someone with criminal charges and still be pushed into collabs with people whose job titles rhyme with only cans. What's worse is that everyone knows, but nobody wanted to lose the bag, even if that means risking the safety of kids, even if that means letting in the front door, as long as they know how to make you go viral. Now the twist here is that Evan actually turned himself in while he was getting investigated by the FBI, but as of this video, Evan allegedly got bailed out of jail.